Hi guys, it's Nicole, and today I am sharing one of the projects that I made using the August Flavors of the Month kit from the Scraproom. This one is going to be the Echo Park Farmers Market kit. So you can see all four flavors here. This is the embellishment add-on. I did use some elements from this, and then this is the pattern paper add-on, which I did not use. So just like every other video for these kits, I like to keep this in real time and just kind of show you guys my kind of first initial go through of the kit. I like to just kind of lay everything out, kind of see what's in here and see what kind of starts tickling my brain as far as photos that I think could match with it, or kind of like a game plan or a layout design, that type of thing. So this one came with 2 sheets of white cardstock, and then the pattern papers are homemade, gather floral, and blessed floral. And then this kit came with a 12 by 12 sticker sheet. And then I am going to go ahead and look through the coordinating embellishment from the embellishment add-on, which in this case is, trying to think what they're called. It's basically a sampling of the die cuts, and I'm blanking on what Echo Park calls them. I think it's frames and tags, and it's about half a pack. So I like to go through and just kind of look at them and see if there's anything in here that maybe I want to use for like a title or something like that. Now, I will say that collections like this, I have a hard time using the sort of farmhouse, floral, pickup truck, mason jar type vibe. It's just not something that I don't mind it in home decor, but scrapbook layouts, it kind of stumps me. So I decided that I was going to use some really old photos. This is from when we were part of like a big play group, and we would find different activities to take the kids to. And in this instance, we took them to the tour that the local dairy does. I don't know how far out Anderson Dairy products go, but for me, I've grown up kind of always seeing them in the grocery stores, so I don't know how like far spread regionally wise they go. But I remember growing up driving past the big like cow pasture going to elementary school before it was sold and turned into a big like golf course. So it was fun just to kind of see some of the older photos of the area. The kids went through with like a tour guide, and they kind of talked about mostly making ice cream because that's what they were making that day. And they showed like the ice cream. They actually put it on a conveyor belt and it goes up and into the ceiling in the hallway to go from one room to the other. So the kids thought that was really cool. So as far as my layout design, I stick to what works for me. When I said yes to working with these kits, it was really important to me to not only show a realistic approach to using the kits, but I also wanted them to be layouts that I would enjoy the end result and want to put in my album. I've done stuff in the past where I've made layouts for the sake of making the layout, and I didn't want to do that when I kind of joined with the other design team members for the Scraproom. So sometimes you're going to see repetitive type designs because that's what works for me and that's what works for my style. And I think that most people at home have a repetitive style or like a go-to that they like to do. So I do just want to put that out there. So in this instance, my photos were not great. So I just grabbed 2 Carrie Bradford photo templates. I believe this is the same file. No. 2 different ones, but the end size is the same. So I left 2 spaces open just to kind of give myself some extra areas to include embellishing so that it's not all just in one area. I took a border die from Honeybee Stamps, and I cut once with white cardstock and once with the wood grain cardstock or pattern paper, and kind of offset it and layered it. And then I'm basically going to use the sticker sheet to kind of make a little scene. If you give me a whole sheet of stickers, and there's scene elements on there, I'm probably going to build a scene. I think 3 out of 4 layouts this month, I did some version of a scene. But again, that's something that I enjoy. I enjoy the process of it. I enjoy the end result of it. So that's, what I'm going to go with. I did focus more on any of the elements on the sticker sheet that was geared towards like milk or dairy in order to support my theme of my photos. There's a ton of different stuff on there that you can kind of interpret differently. This is just what worked for me. The gardening stuff I think was super cute. I just didn't have an application for it. So I'm just using various stickers off that sheet to build myself just a little scene. And then my intention is to nestle my journaling in along the fence. I like to either have like my title, possibly my journaling, something kind of incorporated into the scene so that the scene isn't just sort of on its own, if that makes sense. And I just kind of mixed up different stuff being flat to the page. Some stuff I attached with foam adhesive. Currently still obsessed with the thin foam strips. I don't know, I like them. They're super easy to kind of just put on the back of almost anything. I haven't touched my big 3M roll in months. Like, I should probably go ahead and use it up, but I don't know. There's just something about those thin little strips that I'm obsessed with. So, and I do apologize. I am out of frame. I have a tendency to work close to me, and it's just barely out of frame a lot of times. So I try to remember to kind of work at the top of my mat as much as possible. The 2 little open areas, I'm just using a pencil to eyeball and put my little scraps of wood grain paper there. And this is basically just giving me another area to kind of include some more different stickers and stuff so that it's not like all of the embellishment is in the middle. I am going to kind of make a little teeny tiny scene down here because I saw these 2 fence post stickers and they are pretty much the exact same size as that area. So I thought it would be cute to kind of mimic the larger fence and scene that I have going on in the middle. And then I am going to use the phrase sticker that just says making memories. I did think it was funny that when I was going through the Facebook gallery, if you haven't joined the Facebook group, there's a link below. Tons of different inspiration, challenges, prizes every month, that kind of thing. I love seeing what the other designers do and what the kit subscribers do. And I think almost every single layout that I've seen with this kit used that same making memories sticker. So I just kind of thought it was funny that everybody so far that's used it was drawn to that and used it as a title piece. Whereas I feel like most months people use like completely different things that I maybe didn't notice or didn't think about in the same way. I do like to add a little, like some kind of tiny embellishment. I looked at the sticker sheet and there wasn't really anything on there. So I decided to grab some white Nuvo drops. And again, this is kind of leaning into my theme of my photos with milk and dairy and that kind of thing. So to me, it's kind of like little splatters of milk here and there. From there, I did type up my journaling. I just use scratch cardstock. I printed on the other side of this for something else. So don't freak out and think I'm covering up my journaling here in a second. This is the back side of the paper. But as long as it's still 8.5 inches wide, I will still run that through my printer, no problem. I've done like 5-6 inch lengths and it comes out just fine. So I just typed up some basic information and I'm going to nestle it up here into my scene. And that's just something that I like. I didn't want to separate it. I didn't want the scene to kind of feel like it was off on its own and everything was kind of separated. I like everything to kind of be together, if that makes sense. The last thing that I did was I made sure to go ahead and stamp the date so that later when I put layouts away, I know exactly where it is going to go. So with that, this is my completed layout. I've got some detailed photos. As always, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch my videos, comment, communicate with me, that kind of thing. Make sure you check out the description box if you're looking for information on the kits, the Facebook group, anything like that. And with that, I will catch you guys later.